I've enjoyed most about Friends Group is getting to know the guys better on a more personal level and sharing stories and also learning about God.
One thing that really stands out to me was the first time I realized that it wasn't just feeling God's presence on Sunday mornings, and I might pray to Him during the week, but this really helped me understand that God is present every minute of the day, whether I'm praying or reading my Bible or doing the dishes or walking the dog or whatever I'm doing. He's always there, and I can always talk to Him at any time. And I began to sense His presence in my life in a very deep way. That really helped me grow as a Christian.
And someone goes through the same thing I was going through before, then I can not only give my experience, but I can also give the words that people gave me that worked for me, and then give that to them. So it's kind of, it's like wisdom being passed down from person to person.
Those are the people that have really come around me now in the loss of my husband. And those are the people who were like family to me. There's something deep about people that you have done life with for years and years, raised your children with, gone through hard things, grew up. There's something deep about that kind of a connection and a comfort that comes from those people. You don't know that you're building bonds when they're happening. You know it after, and that's when you really need it.
It's built me up so much.
I think probably the most is being with other women. We designed the group especially for women's issues. Probably one of the most meaningful was a prayer journal type thing when as a group we shared answers to prayer. That was very encouraging and very growing.
I've seen others, share in small groups, of struggles that they've been a part of, and then we're amazed that others experience the same thing. In a small group, we're able to put it all out there, and people can see they're no different than others that are there.
As the study went on and we learned more and more about each other, I developed some really close friends and people I still consider friends today. I think that was the most rewarding part of it. In addition, there were things like just that learning new spiritual things, learning things about myself. But the thing that has really stuck out to me is the deep friendships that I've developed.
Learning that other guys struggle in certain areas too, knowing that there's similar beliefs, similar struggles, similar instances where everybody's got a pretty common ground.
I think it's a place where you can bring people that you know are going through something similar to what you've been through, and you can reach them and say, I know what you're going through and I've experienced it and I have a place where you can get help. I think that's what the Great Commission is all about.
I've seen people struggle a little bit with certain areas, and then we all come alongside and help pray for, or if they need help moving or something like that, then we all come alongside and try to help as a group, and it seems to be a good core group value, and it's just helpful.
We have a good time, we have we have fun, we laugh, and we share what's helping us get through it. And I think that's a really good way to bring people to Christ.
Being able to see people every week, maybe twice a week, or even as small as like once a month, to all of a sudden, boom, zero contact with other people. And then at that point, you just kind of slip a little bit to where, you're not thinking about God as much, or you're not thinking about your faith because you're not being with other people. You're not talking about that with other people regularly.
One thing is, no matter, where you are at in your Christian faith, you've always got room to improve. If you think you're there, none of us are. And also it's possible to learn from other people's mistakes and also successes in life, so you don't have to go through everything yourself. You can still talk as much as you want to talk, or just be quiet and listen. Having others there to hold you accountable is definitely a good thing.
The idea of the Great Commission is kind of an intimidating thing as an individual, and so having a small group or friends group gives you a space to just talk and discuss and be fearful together, be excited together. Whatever the emotion is, you have that community who's supporting you and will accept you, whatever the emotion is, especially when it comes to terms of the Great Commission. And so it's been super helpful in identifying where your Great Commission is, where God's calling you in the Great Commission.
I also get the experience of being able to teach these Bible studies, and it's like we're starting off here, right? And then we just swoop down because of COVID, and then all of a sudden I'm hanging out with people again, and I'm in Bible studies all of the time. It's great.
So you just heard very briefly their experience about being part of a friends group. We hope you will consider being part of a friends group at Sherwood Community Friends Church as well. If you have any questions, let us know, and we invite you to be part of one of our friends groups.